I want to show you the stitch out process for our Kiss Sew Along, our herringbone purse. It may look a little bit difficult, but it's much simpler than you think. Stick around to find out why.
Hoop tearaway stabilizer or water-soluble stabilizer. Step 1. Stitch the placement line for the front batting. Step 2. Place batting 1 on top of the hoop covering the placement line, and then stitch it down. Remove the hoop from the machine and trim the batting 1 to 2 mm from the stitching. Step 3. Stitch the placement line for the zipper. Place the zipper right side up, centered on the placement line, with the zipper pull hanging past the side of the hoop. The zipper will be too long, but this can be trimmed later when you trim the seam. Tape in place. Step 4. Stitch the zipper to the stabilizer. Remove the tape. Step 5. Stitch the placement line for fabric A and lining 1. Now we will add the fabric and the lining above the zipper. Remove the hoop from the machine and flip it over so the wrong side of the hoop is facing up. Place lining 1 on top of the wrong side of the hoop, with the fabric right side up covering the placement line. Tape in place. Step 6. Flip the hoop over so the right side of the hoop is facing up, and, using the same placement line, place fabric A on top of the hoop, with the fabric right side up. Stitch it down. Remove the hoop from the machine and trim the fabric from the bottom stitching line of fabric A and lining 1 to 1.2 mm from the stitching. Leave excess fabric in the seams. Step 7. Embroider the satin stitch along the top of the zipper. Make sure the colour of the bobbin thread matches the satin stitch thread. Steps 8 and 9. Repeat the applique process for fabric B. Trim. Stitch the placement line for fabric C. Using the right stitching line on fabric B, place fabric C on top of the hoop, wrong side up, crossing over the stitching line about 1/4 inch, with the excess pointing towards the top left of the hoop. Stitch it down. Step 12. Fold over covering the placement line. Hold taut and stitch it down. Then trim. Steps 13 to 15. Repeat the flip and fold process with fabric D, using the left stitching line of fabric B and C as a guide. Steps 16 to 18. Repeat the flip and fold process with fabric E, using the right stitching line of fabric C and D as a guide. Trim, leaving the excess fabric in the seams. Steps 19 to 21. Repeat the flip and fold process with fabric F. Steps 22 to 24. Repeat the flip and fold process with fabric G. Steps 25 to 27. Repeat the applique process with fabric H. Steps 28 to 30. Repeat the flip and fold process with fabric I. Steps 31 to 33. Repeat the flip and fold process with fabric J. Steps 34 to 36. Repeat the flip and fold process with fabric K, using the right stitching line of fabric I as a guide. Do not trim. Steps 37 to 39. Repeat the flip and fold process with fabric L. Step 40. Stitch the placement line for lining 2. Remove the hoop from the machine and flip it over so the wrong side of the hoop is facing up. Place lining 2 on the top of the wrong side of the hoop, with the fabric right side up covering the placement lines. Tape in place. Step 41. Return the hoop to the machine and stitch it down. Remove the hoop from the machine and remove the tape. Then, trim the fabric from the top stitching line of lining 1. Return the hoop to the machine. Step 42. Embroider the satin stitch along the bottom of the zipper. Make sure the colour of the bobbin thread matches the satin stitch thread. Optional wrist strap. Fold fabric D in half lengthways, wrong sides together, and press. Open it, fold both long edges to the centre crease, and press again. Fold in half once more and press. Edge stitch both sides for a clean finish. Then fold the straps in half. Using your sewing machine, sew the two ends of the strap together. Important step. Now open your zipper pull to the center of the zipper. Tape down the opening of the zipper at the edges of the border stitching so the embroidery foot does not catch on the folds. Place your straps where suits. Suggested placement lines are centered at the top or just under the zipper on the left side of the hoop. Tape in place. Step 43. Place the back fabric M on top of the hoop, wrong side up. Optionally, place an extra layer of batting 2, on top of the back fabric to give the back of the purse the same thickness as the front. This might not be necessary for the 4x4 as it could be hard to turn out. You may need to raise the embroidery foot a little bit. Once this step is completed, if you added the optional batting, remove the hoop from your machine and trim just the batting to about 2 to 3 millimeters from the stitching. Do not trim fabric M. Flip the hoop over to the wrong side and place lining 3, wrong side up to cover the perimeter stitching and secure with tape. Step 44. Stitch the lining 3 into place. An opening will be left at the bottom for turning. Step 45. Do not stitch this step. It is just here so that the machine foot does not move into the center of the hoop. Simply remove your work from the hoop. Trim your seams to about 1/4 inch, leaving about 1/2 inch of fabric along the opening. And clip the corners. Turn the zipper case out through the opening at the bottom. Use that pink thing or chopsticks to push the corners out. Lightly press flat. Hand stitch or use fabric glue to close the opening. The zipper case will still be inside out. If you use tearaway stabilizer, remove the stabilizer from the zipper. If you use soluble stabilizer, wash it away where the zip is, or wash the case. Now that you've removed the stabilizer, you will need to turn the zipper case the right way out through the zipper. Use an expert point and press tool to push the corners. Press again. You have now finished your little purse. Enjoy!
See, it was much simpler than you thought. Now it's your turn. Head over to our Facebook group, Keeping It Simple Sew Along, and share your finished herringbone purse with the community. I can't wait to see the fabrics that you choose. Don't forget to grab the design in the link below. Happy watching and happy sewing.